CBI, in all likelihood, will not seek further custody of Manish Sisodia. Sisodia will be sent to judicial custody as his bail petition will be heard on the 10th of March. And he will also be produced before court around 2 p.m. today. CNN News 18's Ashish Maharishi is joining us to give us more details on this. Ashish, over to you.
So, what we're hearing from our sources in the CBI is that CBI is not going to further seek custody of Manish Sisodia. Which means that he goes into judicial custody in Tihar jail. That is what we are understanding from our sources. And obviously, since the bail hearing is on the 10th, the court has decided to hear his bail petition on the 10th. So this essentially means that he goes to the court. So in all likelihood, what we are hearing is that the CBI is not going to further seek custody of Manish Sisodia. And, his custody ends at around... he'll be produced before the court at around 2 p.m. today. But obviously, we know that there is a political twist because 8 opposition parties have written on Manish Sisodia. These 8 opposition parties have written to the Prime Minister saying that it's a witch hunt and it should not be done. So it's going to be interesting what happens in the court. But my sources at the CBI tell me that in all likelihood, they're not going to seek further custody of Manish Sisodia.
All right, Ashish. We also have Anshul joining us live from the CBI headquarters. Anshul, what can be expected in the court today?
Well, definitely, if you see the kind of arguments that broke out last time around in the courts, it was very, very clear from the defense, that is Manish Sisodia, in this entire matter, that since the CBI is not able to find what it is willing to find, and hence the custody is not required, because remember the arguments very clearly stated that asking the same questions again and again is not the solution, and this can't be a strategy that can be used by the CBI and trying to force something out of Manish Sisodia. But yes, on the other hand, we have seen that CBI had very clearly stated that Manish Sisodia was still not cooperating with the CBI officials, and in fact the biggest question that the CBI was actually seeking answers to was that file, very crucial file that has gone missing, and Manish Sisodia has still not given any satisfactory answers to that. But yes, as Ashish Maharishi reported, that in all likelihood the CBI is not going to seek any further custody. So yes, it remains to be seen what transpires inside the courtrooms. But yes, the arguments today are also going to be very, very interesting, because the CBI will have to prove what they have done over the last 7 days since they have taken into custody the former Deputy CM Manish Sisodia. So yes, in all likelihood at 2 p.m. is the time when that hearing will begin in the Rouse Avenue Court. So yes, it remains to be seen how does the CBI defend itself and put this point across as to what they have achieved in this very important 7-day custody that they have garnered for Manish Sisodia.
All right, Anshul, please stay with us. Ashish, coming back to you, do we have any information of the interrogation that took place while Sisodia was in the CBI custody?
So, obviously they're very tight-lipped, but whatever happened in the court, that we can obviously share. The CBI is absolutely tight-lipped on what is the questions they are asking. If you take the holistic view on what the CBI was talking about in the court, they're basically looking at certain documents or certain files which have gone missing. And those documents or those files basically entail to the entire investigation or the entire alleged scam. It is basically about, how the government took a decision, the state government took a decision on at the behest of certain people, which is being termed as South Lobby. They came to a hotel in Delhi. There are certain documents which is basically being termed as the liquor policy. It is around 36 pages. A similar 36 pages were basically in a pen drive as well, which was taken a printout. So that file, which basically made the decision on how to increase the margin from 5% to 12%, and how the kickbacks were basically coming in the form of 6% to the senior AAP netas, and how that cash, which came through Hawala network from the south to Delhi, and further it went to Goa elections. That is what the CBI is basically looking at. So those files have gone missing. That is what the CBI is actually looking at, and that is where the entire questioning is happening, around this issue itself. But now, as we speak to our sources in the CBI, they tell us that they have the investigation or the questioning on Manish Sisodia is completed. He will be presented before the court around 2 p.m. And in all likelihood, they're not going to seek further custody, which essentially means since he's not got bail and the bail hearing is on the 10th. So he's in all likelihood he goes to Tihar jail in judicial custody.
All right, Ashish. Anshul, coming back to you, what is going to be the future course of action by the Aam Aadmi Party? Is the Aam Aadmi Party going to be holding protests even today?
Well, yes, that is the kind of messaging that the Aam Aadmi Party has been doing since day one, because if you see, on last Sunday was the day when Manish Sisodia was actually arrested, and we saw the kind of drama that unfurled on the streets of the national capital. But yes, last time around also on Friday when Manish Sisodia went for that hearing in the Rouse Avenue Court, there were protests that happened outside the Aam Aadmi Party head office, and that is something that we are expecting to happen today as well. A few senior leaders of the Aam Aadmi Party are likely to arrive at the Aam Aadmi Party office, where along with a few workers they might carry out a sort of a protest. But yes, these protests are not going to be as intense as what we saw last Sunday, because yes, this time around the Delhi police has made sure that such protests are not allowed, and in fact the entire South Delhi and entire Central Delhi has been put under section 144, which means gathering for any political reason will not be allowed. So over the past 1 week, the entire South Delhi and Central Delhi has been curbed under section 144. So yes, the Delhi police and the security forces are on the ground. They are patrolling the ground. They are just making sure that the workers of the Aam Aadmi Party are not allowed to gather anywhere and carry out any sort of protest. So yes, the intensity of the protest is very likely to come down. But yes, the Aam Aadmi Party is definitely going to make sure that they put this point across, that how Manish Sisodia is being harassed by central agencies, in the same line that we saw that the opposition leaders have written to the Prime Minister as well. So yes, the political to and fro is going to continue, but what is going to be really very interesting is to see how does the court take take this hearing today, and what has the CBI found in the last 7 days, and if at all the CBI has been able to find any sort of headway in this entire investigation that they are carrying out in this alleged liquor probe.
All right, Anshul and Ashish, thank you for giving us all those details on this story. Now let's listen into some reactions.
देश प्रधानमंत्री जी की जो कार्यशैली है वो ये हो गई है कि देश के अंदर किसी भी राज्य में अगर विपक्ष की बीजेपी के अलावा किसी सरकार होगी तो उस सरकार को काम नहीं करने देंगे। ये बहुत ज्यादा खतरनाक है। लेकिन हमारे देश के प्रधानमंत्री जी ने ठान लिया है कि अगर बीजेपी को वोट नहीं दोगे, कोई और सरकार बनाओगे, तो उस सरकार को किसी भी हाल में काम नहीं करने देंगे। एक तो वो ये करते हैं कि अगर किसी और की सरकार बन जाए बीजेपी के अलावा, तो उसके सारे नेताओं के ऊपर ईडी और सीबीआई छोड़ देते हैं। सीबीआई और ईडी का इस्तेमाल कर रहे हैं चुनी हुई सरकारों को गिराने के लिए और दूसरी विपक्षी पार्टियों को तोड़ने के लिए।
और ये वही पार्टी है जो कहती थी कि भ्रष्टाचार के आरोप लगते ही त्यागपत्र दे देना चाहिए, जांच बाद में होना चाहिए। वो आज कहते हैं कि जांच भी नहीं होनी चाहिए। इससे बहुत स्पष्ट हो जाता है कि आज की यह वो पार्टियां हैं जिन्होंने संवैधानिक पदों पर बैठकर भ्रष्टाचार को अपना अधिकार मान लिया था, और आज उस अधिकार से उपजा हुआ अहंकार इस सीमा तक पहुंच गया है कि वो जांच से भी इनकार कर रहे हैं। यह दुखद विषय है कि जांच एजेंसियों को और देश की व्यवस्थाओं को धमकाने का प्रयास किया जा रहा है।
पिछले 1 साल में इन दोनों एजेंसियों के मिलाकर 500 से ज्यादा अफसर इस केस को इन्वेस्टिगेट कर रहे हैं। 10,000 पन्ने से ज्यादा की चार्जशीट सीबीआई और ईडी द्वारा दाखिल हो चुकी है। हजारों घंटों की इन्वेस्टिगेशन, 500 अफसरों का पूरा समय, 50 घंटे से ज्यादा की मनीष सिसोदिया जी पर रेड। लेकिन इस सब के बावजूद अभी तक 1 रुपए का भ्रष्टाचार भी वो मनीष सिसोदिया जी पर साबित नहीं कर पाए हैं।
अगर वो एक जिम्मेवार पद पे अगर वो ऐसा कर रहे हैं, इसको सिर्फ पॉलिटिकली दरकिनार नहीं करना चाहिए। इन एजेंसीज की कार्यशैली हमने बहुत करीब से देखी है। अब इन एजेंसीज की स्वायत्ता रही नहीं, ये पराधीन है। और पराधीन भी क्या कहूँ, ये केंद्र की सत्ता के अधीन है। केंद्र की सत्ता के अधीन अगर संस्थाएं हों और विपक्ष के नेताओं पर, विपक्ष के दलों पर ही 24 घंटे 7 दिन काम करना उनका एजेंडा हो, तो स्वाभाविक रूप से चिंता बहुत होती है।
9 पार्टीज में से एक आपकी भी पार्टी है जिन्होंने लेटर लिखा है। क्या लेटर है और क्या जरूरत आन पड़ी है लिखने की?
देखिए, ऐसा है कि प्रधानमंत्री जी के बारे में कहा जाता है कि वो 18 घंटे काम करते हैं और मात्र 3 घंटे ही सोते हैं। मुझे भारत के प्रधानमंत्री की बड़ी चिंता हो रही है। वो 3 घंटे सोने के कारण उनका स्वभाव जो है वो बहुत चिड़चिड़ा हो गया है और हर इंसान को लगभग 6 घंटे की सोने की जरूरत होती है, नींद की जरूरत होती है। वो 3 ही घंटे सो रहे हैं। इससे उनका स्वभाव हो गया है चिड़चिड़ा और हमेशा उनका एक ही काम रहता है, इसको गिरफ्तार करो, उसको गिरफ्तार करो, इसको जेल में डालो, उसको जेल में डालो। विपक्ष के नेताओं को पकड़ पकड़ के जेल में डालो, चाहे सीबीआई लगा दो, चाहे ईडी लगा दो, चाहे पुलिस लगा दो। नरेंद्र मोदी जी की कार्रवाई भ्रष्टाचार के खिलाफ नहीं है, उनकी लड़ाई है विपक्ष के लोगों के खिलाफ।
9 opposition parties including Shiv Sena has written to the Prime Minister Narendra Modi that central agencies are being misused in order to create atmosphere of dictatorship in India. But this is too much late and ridiculous because the damage has been done in Maharashtra. The innocent victimization of the political leaders who are opposing the policies of the government of India are being jailed by the bogus cases by the ED, CBI. I don't feel Prime Minister will do anything.
पत्र में ये बात पूरी मजबूती से माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी के सामने रखी है कि हमारा देश आज भी एक लोकतंत्र है, लेकिन इस लोकतंत्र की जो बुनियाद है उसे लगातार हिलाए जाने की कोशिशें की जा रही हैं। कैसे आज अपने सियासी प्रतिद्वंद्वी पर सीबीआई, ईडी का प्रहार करके, तमाम एजेंसियों का प्रहार करके उन्हें पकड़ पकड़ के जेल में डाला जा रहा है।
देखिए, केंद्रीय एजेंसियों का दुरुपयोग कोई नई बात नहीं है। जब कांग्रेस का शासन था तो माननीय सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने सीबीआई को तोता तक कह दिया था। आज भारतीय जनता पार्टी की सरकार में वही तोता मैना के साथ मिलकर अपने मालिक के आदेश पे केवल विपक्षी दलों के नेताओं को टारगेट कर रहा है, जिसको लेके 9 दलों के नेताओं ने, समाजवादी पार्टी ने माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी को पत्र लिख के इस पे चिंता जाहिर की है और केंद्रीय एजेंसियों के दुरुपयोग को रोकने की मांग की।